India is a land where the old and the new are found at every intersection, and it is most famous for the reconciliation of opposing forces. Amidst the rapid change of modern life, the Sadhus of India maintain a strong and vital tradition. Study scriptures and sing to God are two recurrent themes that permeate their dialogues. In pursuit of the ancient spiritual teachings, the true teachings which India has to offer, we set about the continent to interview sadhus of the modern era, to ask of them about spirituality. The soul of India is alive and well. It is eternal. In Sanskrit, it is called the Sanatana Dharma, the eternal ideal of perfection, and being eternal, it will never diminish in any way. It will only get better according to the perceptions of modern man. In doing so, we found many traditions that will never change. We explored sadhus of all walks of life, rich sadhus, poor sadhus, sadhus who had no regard for wealth at all. The sincerity that we found was an amazing inspiration. To think that such beings walk the earth today, people whose primary goal in life is God realization, people who are not interested in a following, nor in wealth, nor do they seek to teach, nor to manage finances, nor to administrate other people's lives. They seek efficiency in every action of life, so that they might be regarded as sadhus, performers of spiritual discipline. So, the first question we asked every practitioner is, what is a sadhu?
Leading pilgrimages through India or giving blessings around the world, Sri Ma conveys the same divine inspiration. Deepak Chopra describes Sri Ma as the elegance of simplicity. The 217-year-old Ramnath Agori Baba called her a pure example of truth in the Kali age, and Swami Vishnu Deva Vairagi said, Sri Ma is the real thing. Sri Ma is coming to share her pure love, and she is a lot of fun.
Straight ahead on the 9 o'clock news, after years of struggle, the Hindu community gets a new temple in the East Bay.
Live from Bay TV, this is the 9 o'clock news.
There's a new and unique place to worship in Vallejo. In a sign of that city's growing diversity, Vallejo is now home to the only Hindu temple for miles around. The Indian community it serves has been waiting for a long time for their own place of worship. Isabel Duran reports.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
The temple dedication lasted all morning, led by the holy priest Swami Satyananda. The statue of Durga Mata, brought from India, bathed, dressed, and given power. Sword in hand, she is the conqueror of evil. The dozens of families that poured into the new Vallejo Hindu temple, just outside the Vallejo city limits, have waited 5 years for this day. It's the first Hindu temple in all of Solano County. The 600 Indian families had to travel to Sacramento, San Leandro, even Fremont to worship. The community raised $260,000 to buy up this former church site. Now they can spend more time in temple than on the road. Hinduism is the third largest world religion after Catholicism and Islam. Sizable numbers of Hindu live in the Bay Area. More and more have migrated to Solano County. The Indian community is an added sign of Vallejo's growing diversity.
Sri Ma was born in the foothills of the Himalayas with full God consciousness from her birth. From her childhood, it was hard for her to understand that everyone was not so gifted as to have samadhi, complete absorption in mystical trance, like she had anytime she sat to meditate. So, as a young girl, she walked off alone into the solitude of the mountains
in order to perform austerities, and over the years she became a legend across the north of India.
Swami Satyananda has dedicated his life to worship. For 15 years he practiced sadhana either alone or with his guru in the Himalayas of India. He has walked the length and breadth of the Himalayas and has performed worship in most of the major pilgrimage places of India. For the last 20 years, he led public worship for large congregations in major temples around the world, as well as performed the most difficult of spiritual austerities. He is the author of more than 30 books on the philosophy and practicalities of worship in 7 languages, and he performs religious ceremonies for congregation members in Latin and Hebrew, as well as Sanskrit. He has recorded several CDs and videos about the meaning and method of worship, and his biography has been published in Bengali, Hindi, and in English. Swami is conversant with many of the multimedia programming applications of today's computers, and is striving to make spiritual practices available to all seekers through the website that he organizes at shrima.org. Swami is an amazing compilation of dedication and competency, which makes him a leader of spiritual communities around the world.
I want to tell you why we're making these videos and why we've been writing these books, because we found a joy. We found a power. We found a way of life that works for us, that puts us in such a balance that we want to share it. And we want to share it with the next generation in a way that they can use these tools, the books and the tapes and the CDs and the videos, all combined to present how do you make worship as a way of life. So what we're going to present in this video is how to draw a yantra and explain the meaning of the yantra. And then how to invoke the Divine Mother to come and sit on the yantra in the form of fire. And then how to perform the Vedic fire sacrifice. Namaste.
সকলি তোমার ইচ্ছা ইচ্ছাময়ী তারা তুমি তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা লোকে বলে করি আমি সকলি তোমার ইচ্ছা
Temple leaders hope this burning ceremony to purify the temple is also a lesson for the children, who will now be given classes in religion, the Hindi language, and culture.
Bhakti Das was a servant in the home of Lakshmi Dan Srishti, who was the richest merchant in all of Patliputra. In fact, he was the richest man in all the north of India. Everyone knew the name of Lakshmi Dan Srishti. And Bhakti Das, this devoted servant, he knew that everything the Guru had acquired in life was all the blessings from his Guru. And every time the Guru would come to visit the disciple, Bhakti Das, with the greatest of devotion, would try to put himself in the way of the Guru. And he would try to serve her with every capacity at his disposal. And one day the Guru was walking to the car, just about to leave. And Bhakti Das, that devoted servant, was carrying her bags. And suddenly there was a moment when they were alone. And Bhakti Das said, Guruji, I know that everything that my master has attained in life is your blessing. He has become the richest man in our city, the richest man in our nation, the wealthiest and most respected man in northern India, all because of your blessings. Would you give me initiation in the mantra that you gave to my master? The Guru looked with great compassion upon the devoted servant and said, next time. And the Guru departed. That servant bowed down to the Guru and went into his room. Some months later, the Guru returned. Lakshmi Dan Srishti, the master, came running out to greet his Guru, and after offering the appropriate formalities said, Guruji, what did you do to my servant? The Guru said, I didn't do anything to your servant. Well, Guruji, I don't know what you did or didn't do, but the last time you were here was the last time I saw my servant. He went into the servant's quarters, he went into his room, he closed the door, and I haven't seen him since. The Guru said, I better look into this. And the Guru went back to the servant's quarters, and she went to the room of Bhakti Das. And very quietly she opened the door and saw that devoted servant sitting in samadhi, saying, next time, next time, next time.
Everybody who's met Sri Ma remembers their first experience.
And I can only say that she's the most incredible being I've ever met.
Yeah, I'm giving three things. Pure love, inspiration, and appreciation. These three things keep yourself. Hari Nam Narayati Sitisho Siti Karana Hari Nam Padakanti. I always give my pure love. Ram Prasad Bole Durga Bole Jatra Kore Boshe Achi Ram Prasad Bole. When I came America, they made me singer.
Because everywhere she goes, people fall in love with her.
Last night, I had a pretty magical experience, and I don't know really how to explain that at this point.
Meditation, it does not mean you close eyes and sit in one asana. I will say it, every moment you respect your action.
Everybody has fallen in love. And you know how it is when you find out that other person also loves you that much too? That's what happened to me, and that's what happened to all our members of the band and all the people who travel with us, and thousands of people all around the world.
And I felt all at once like my head was emptied right through here, right to her, like she just took all of that stuff away.
Mother says when you sit under a tree and clap your hands, all the birds fly out of the tree. When we get together in satsang and clap your hands, all the anger and passion and all the confusions of the mind flee away. Everyone, clap your hands.
It was hard for me also in America because, Swamiji took me one university to give a lecture, and I went totally beyond myself. When I opened my eyes, whole hall was empty. I always say this world, three things we cannot hate. One is flower, second is a little baby laughing, and third is singing. And singing is the highest devotion. It melts our heart. So many practice we do, but if you sing with your devotion, you'll see who are you. You'll feel that whole universe is yours.